Today I'm finally getting around to installing the PRL Flex Fuel Kit V3. This is the one with the Wi-Fi capability. I currently have the V2, and then next video I'll be doing the Phearable Stage 3 Flex Fuel tune. So pretty soon I'll be over the 400 wheel horsepower mark, which is pretty exciting. What do you think, babe? Yeah, you're excited. Okay, yep. Just like last time, I'm gonna take this little fuse puller and I'm gonna pull out the fuel line fuse. On the bottom, it's the 6th from the right. It's that green number 20. There she is. Ellie, what the heck are you doing? What are you doing? That doesn't go like that. You're being silly. So now that I took the fuse out and the battery's unplugged, I need to remove everything from right here all the way to right here. Everything that I installed with the version 2 kit, that all needs to come out. Oh, that just went everywhere. Make sure you wear safety goggles when you do this, because that would have just gotten in my eyes. There we go. Next, I'm gonna take the union fitting completely off. Instead of disconnecting this hose from this point, I'm gonna disconnect it from this point. I'd rather not have fuel spill all over these little sensor plugins. It's basically off, but that upgraded PTFE line is so tough. I think I'm just gonna have to undo that and try to pull it out at the same time. Son of a fucking bitch. You gotta be kidding me right now. Dude, this PTFE hose fucking sucks. Get out of there, you bastard. Okay. Dude, if I have to go to Honda and buy a bolt and washer because I just lost it, it's gonna suck. No fucking way I lost one of these two. Get out of here, dude. This PTFE hose is the worst. Okay, I got all that. I got the car half-ass jacked up. I was wiggling under here. It sounds like there is something in there that's gonna come out. I got one of these little things, the thing that goes inside the rubber grommet, whatever it's called. Just looked all under the car, and I cannot find where that went. It'll probably get knocked loose when I'm driving and fall under the car and smack somebody's windshield. But for the time being, I went through my junk pile and I found something that is almost identical. So at least I'll be able to put this stuff on tonight. But we got the peanut gallery over here. Are you the peanut gallery? Yeah. You're so pretty. Guys, I cannot make this up. PRL shorted me a bolt. Look at this. I'm supposed to have 2 of those silver bolts. There's only 1. I need 1 for each side of this bracket. Oh my god, dude, you gotta be freaking kidding me. The same exact thing happened when I installed the K&N intake on the BRZ. This must be a sign for me to just quit. How ridiculous is that, guys? So now I'm gonna see if I have an extra one of these laying around. I had an extra one. This really is ridiculous. I had this one laying around. Same exact thing. We're gonna take these things and transfer them over to this bracket that was provided with the kit. What are you trying to do? Wanna see what Dad's doing? Trying to help? That's very nice, babe. Thank you. Next, we are going to take just the bracket with the little rubber bushing grommet things in there, whatever the hell they are. And we're gonna attach that back to the car. You're gonna wanna get this as straight as possible, so don't make your final adjustments until it looks as level as you can get it. Next, you're gonna take all of this. The big fat one goes in the back, and the smaller one goes in the front. So this is the front. This is what we're gonna look at. First thing I need to do is put that right inside there. Then I need to do this. Well, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. That's on. So the next thing I have to do is take the stock fuel line right here. Good thing I saved this and put everything back on. That's gonna connect right in here, and then it's gonna fish through and come back up to this little aluminum tube coming out. Okay, I think that goes down here. So if you don't already have a flex fuel kit on your car, then your install is gonna look a little different from mine. I might as well just clip that one on right now. Here we go. Oh, see, that's a great click. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so now I need to undo these clips and get it in there. Here we go. One of them's open. That is a fucking stupid clip, I'll tell you that. That is a dumb clip. This guy is gonna go back in there. Hey, you're home, brother. And that one. There we go. Okay, and last but not least, go on there. Just like so, with a wonderful click. It's been a few days, the car's been sitting. My dad's actually filming right now. All I need to do, so I contacted PRL and I asked them, is the wiring harness the same exact thing between version 2 and version 3? They said yes. So then, because I wanted to triple check, I was like, okay, so do you think it would be fine if I left the wiring harness on from when I installed the version 2 kit to use with the version 3? And they said, yeah, it's the same thing. So, come over here, Dad. This little wire, anyway, that goes all the way down here. Can you see that? There we go. I'm gonna make sure that everything is tight and secure. So now I'm gonna put the fuse back in and then reconnect the battery and see if it starts up. The fuse is in. Just make sure this goes back where you found it. Just like that.
Yep. I was wondering what you
Does it matter which one I put on first?
It does. Positive first, then ground.
Okay, you don't want to over tighten these. So I disconnected the fuel line. A bunch of fuel dripped out. Do I need to put the car in accessory mode and does the fuel pump like suck it in or anything? Or
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah.
Just start it up?
Yeah, you should be fine.
All right, let's see what happens.
I might have to prime it, but... Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, wait. Okay. So now there's no more sound. With the other kit I had on, it's this thing right here. With the old kit I had on, it was configured a little differently. It made a sound. Anytime you put the throttle on, it made like a high-pitched sound.
Okay.
I'm not hearing it with that.
So what exactly is this mod?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is it?
So this is a ethanol sensor, ethanol content sensor. So, you know E85?
Yes. Yep.
Do you guys have E85?
No.
All right, the moment of truth. I have my little card here that PRL provided with the kit. I'm gonna see if I can connect to the Wi-Fi sensor and read the ethanol content. Okay, the car's starting up fine. Guys, I actually freaking got it. Look at that. Ethanol content percentage 11. So I have 11% ethanol in my gas right now. So all I did was follow the steps here. So my cell service is complete crap over here in my neighborhood. So it takes a while because you have to, obviously I'm connected to the Wi-Fi network of the PRL Flex Fuel Kit, not the Wi-Fi network of my house behind me. So it took a couple tries to get this barcode to work, which is, it brings you basically to a website that is specifically for reading the ethanol content. Also, I don't know what happened. I mean, I had my battery disconnected for a couple days, and now it looks like it wiped my tune. Yeah, I think it did. I'm holding down the cancel button, like if I was gonna change a map, and it's not working. All right, I just reflashed the car. So the multi-tune, the 93 octane multi-tune just got reflashed to the car. Do I have to scan this every single time that I want to read the ethanol content? Does it not, like, remember the Wi-Fi? Join. Unable to join PRL sensor. Okay, why? Join. Unable. Why am I unable to join? Okay, now I'm in. Why is the connection so bad? Now let's go to the sensor website so I can, okay, well, let's try again. Why is this so, like, wishy-washy? PRL sensor, no internet connection. Okay, this is already being really funky. I'm able to connect via the head unit too, right? It says it's connected to the PRL sensor, but it says no internet connection. What the hell is up with this, dude? Here we go. Okay. Reconnected. I'm still at 11. Obviously, I haven't really done anything. Okay. So I don't know why this is acting weird. Maybe it's because I'm close to my house and I'm close to my Wi-Fi, like I said earlier. I have no idea. But if it's going to be this difficult to join every single time, then that's going to be really annoying. I am going to go ahead and do a little more research so that next video, when I install the Phearable Stage 3 Flex Fuel tune, I am prepared, and hopefully I can make a better video for you guys. But I'm basically learning as I go right now in front of you. So I hope this helped, and let me know, like, am I the only person that's experiencing some of these little hiccups? This isn't the end of the world, and I understand hiccups happen when you're modifying your car. All right, to finish off this video and many other videos this year, I'm gonna try something new and see if you guys like it. If you guys do, I'll keep doing it. I'm either gonna be doing like top 5 or top 10 or top 20, whatever things. As of right now, these are my top 10 favorite albums. Number 10 is The Finer Things by State Champs. State Champs is a pop punk band. I really like their first like 3 albums. I don't think there's a bad song on this album. I can listen to it start to finish. It pumps me up. It's just like straight to the point, no nonsense pop punk. The vast majority of the time, my favorite songs on any given album are non-singles. Like, singles get played out and you hear them too much and it just kind of ruins it, you know? So my favorite song, in case you're curious, off of this album is called Hard to Please. Alright, number 9. Probably you're not going to expect this one, but it is Future Sex Love Sounds by Justin Timberlake. I can play it start to finish. I have it on CD somewhere. Oh, somewhere over here I have a box of CDs because I used to collect them back when I had my Bonneville, my Scion TC, and my first 9-gen because they had CD players, but you don't have that in cars nowadays, so I don't have any reason to buy CDs. Anyway, my favorite song off of this record, it's the last one. It's called Losing My Way. Sexy Back is like, I don't know, it depends on how I feel. Probably half the time I skip that one just because you've heard it on a radio, you know, you've heard it on the radio a million times. Anyway, on to number 8. My 8th favorite album is an album called Pull by Winger. This is their 3rd record. It came out in 1993. So I think Winger is extremely underrated. Kip Winger, the singer and founder of this band, he actually went on to be a classical music composer. And he can still sing like a motherfucker. I've been really, really wanting to either catch a solo Kip Winger show or a full-on Winger, like the band, concert. And like I said, 1993, you have to think, grunge had already taken the music industry by storm at that point. So there are a bunch of other bands like Warrant and Firehouse, Def Leppard, you know, Van Halen. There are a bunch of other, you know, rock bands from the 80s that already had albums in the works or were about to release an album right as Nevermind by Nirvana came out, and You know, what are you gonna do? You gonna like sacrifice all that work and just put it on a shelf somewhere? No, you're gonna release it and see what happens. So hope for the best. Regardless, their Winger's music is so underrated, dude. I have another one of their albums higher up on my list. Okay, number 7. This is an oddball here, but I just love it. It's called Disappear Here by Bad Sons. This record came out in 2016. I just love it. I don't even know how I found this band. The first song I heard from them was called Swimming in the Moonlight. And I was like, wow, this is a freaking jam, dude. Like, listening to this car at night, it's just a super chill vibe. So my favorite song off of this album is actually called Patience, which, again, was not one of their singles from this record. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people know about Bad Sons. I mean, I'm looking at their Spotify page right now. They only have 1.3 million monthly listeners. It's not a huge band. And yeah, I'm looking at their top 5 most popular songs on Spotify. I only know one of them. This is the only album I like by them. I've tried to listen to their other stuff. I think this is just like, they had a great producer. It was the right place, right time. But yeah, I don't know. There are some other bands like that where they have one album that I really like, but I just can't listen to the other stuff. Number 6. This record is slept on. This is Keep the Faith by Bon Jovi. So that's their 4th studio album. This is phenomenal. Start to finish, super strong record. Richie Sambora was tearing it up. John Bon Jovi, this is back when he could still, you know, belt out some super high notes, some super powerful vocals from him. And this was in 1992. I have 2 favorites from this record. Number 1 is In These Arms. Number 2 is a 10-minute long song. It's called Dry County. If you have the patience to listen to a 10-minute Bon Jovi song, I think it'll pay off for you. Okay, number 5. This is my first Blink-182 album on this list. This is Cheshire Cat by Blink-182. This is their 1995 release. I have a lot of favorites from this album, but the one song that I always love every single time I hear it is called Wasting Time. If I wasn't afraid of getting copyright striked, I would play the guitar riff for you, but I play that guitar riff all the time. It's like what I warm up with. Freaking awesome album. This is when Blink was still like skate punk, you know, before they sold out. Oh, just a good album. Not many people like this album though. This is, you know, it's got terrible production quality. They had to record this over the course of like a few days, I think. They didn't have much time. Okay, number 4, Hysteria by Def Leppard. It's a masterpiece. There were 6 singles from this record. Woman, Animal, Love Bites, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Rocket, and Hysteria. My favorite song is none of those. My favorite song from this album is called Love and Affection. Love it. You just have to listen to for yourself. Run Riot, also a great song. Gods of War. This was their first album that they recorded with their drummer who had one arm. So the previous album, he had 2 arms, got in a Corvette accident in England, and he lost his left arm. So this was a big deal when it came out, if not for the music, for that fact. The only thing stopping their album from going number 1 was Michael Jackson. What was his 1987 album? The one with Smooth Criminal on it. I don't know. Whatever that was. That's the only thing that stopped them from going number 1 for this album. Okay, anyway, number 3. It's called In the Heart of the Young by Winger. This is their 1990 release, so it's their 2nd record. This record gets me pumped. Okay, number 2. And this is a new one. This album just came out a few months ago, but I listened to this like 12, 13, 14 times after this was released back in October. This is Blink-182's new album called One More Time. We were waiting for like 8 years for Tom DeLonge to come back to the band. And after Mark Hoppus recovered from his cancer, Tom did come back to the band. And I know, you know, that's a whole other discussion about that. I have my opinions on that whole thing too. But anyway, me and Vivian went to see Blink-182 here in Tampa this past summer. Some of my favorites from it are Turpentine. I really like Cut Me Off, which is a different Blink song. It's very different for them, but they pulled it off, I think. Blink Wave. And the other one that stands out to me is a Leftover Boxcar Racer song. It's called Terrified. All right, finally, number 1. This album has been my favorite for a long time, and it'll probably remain number 1 for a long time. This is called Pyromania by Def Leppard. I don't think I need to say too much about this. If you guys know the slightest bit about rock music or 80s music in general, this album was almost revolutionary to the metal scene. Obviously, the huge smash hit from this album is Photograph, and you know, you gotta love Photograph. It's just an all-around incredible song. But then they have some other songs. I mean, there could have been, listen to any like radio talk show host, listen to any like music aficionado talk about this album. There could have been 5 or 6 singles from this record. Same thing with Hysteria. I mean, there were 6 singles from Hysteria, but Pyromania, this is their second time having Mutt Lange produce their album. Mutt Lange actually went on later to marry Shania Twain. This is from 1983. My favorite song from this album is called Die Hard the Hunter. You just have to listen to it. It's a jam. Put it on your speaker, play it in your car, and crank it. And what's really cool, my dad and I saw Def Leppard in 2016. REO Speedwagon opened, and then Tesla played, and then Def Leppard. And we were impressed. I mean, they still get it. Dude, Def Leppard is like one of those bands that you don't have to like them, but like Def Leppard doesn't have any haters, right? There's never been any scandals with any Def Leppard guys or any rough stories about them. They just make really good music, and they tour every single year. I'll eventually do like my top 10 favorite bands, but yeah, they're definitely in there. So, okay, with all that being said, I'm gonna blaze through my honorable mentions, and then this video will be over. Honorable mentions: All the Right Reasons by Nickelback, Out of the Cellar by Rat. Favorite song off that is The Morning After. Second favorite song off that album is She Wants Money. Third honorable mention is another pop punk album called Skip School Start Fights by a band called Hit the Lights. Another one is After the Rain by Nelson. They're actually, I don't know if they're twins or if they're brothers. I think they might be twins. And then Dude Ranch by Blink-182. That's their 1997 release. Favorite songs from there are Waggy and Lemmings. Another one is Float Around by Cold Front. This is a super little known pop punk band. Another pop punk album I like is Colorblind by Seaway. This is before they got shitty, and yeah, this album is just great. And my last honorable mention is 5150 by Van Halen. This is their first record with Sammy Hagar. This is 1986. You probably know Dreams from this album. Dreams was pretty much their biggest hit from this album. And yeah, maybe this helped some of you find some new music. Maybe you've been wanting to find some new music. You're tired of what you're listening to on a daily basis, and I just gave you some recommendations. So let me know what you guys think. Next video will be me testing out the Phearable Stage 3 Flex Fuel tune. So have a good night. Thanks for watching.